What I'm personally been dealing with is the struggle of what is my identity outside of everything else? What is my identity outside of everyone else? So just me, and outside of work, because I'm a workaholic. And since I was a kid, as a survival, as a coping mechanism, had to basically make acting my identity to push me out of the situations that I was in and launch me into my career. So I feel that I have been in fight or flight mode for most of my life. And what that has done to my brain and my body, my mental well-being, is, if I continue at this rate, catastrophic. I will lose my brain power. There's no way. Humans are not meant to continue living in that state of your adrenaline is always going, just that fight or flight response. And I'm basically on this journey right now in my life of trying to calm that down and trying to just simply exist and sit in stillness without feeling like I need to fill a void. And that is the biggest, that has been like waking up with anxiety. I'm not working this summer. I'm not filming anything. I'm promoting my movie. Very thankful for that. I have my own production company, so I'm doing I do a lot of Zooms, I do all the things, but there are days where I have nothing to do.
That's amazing.
Well, that's the challenge, is where I'm thinking, what do I do with myself? Because I have been programmed to constantly go.
Pick up a new hobby, go on a hike.
Yeah, let me do that. I'm going to do that.
Come on.
Besides that, I'm like, how do I find serenity and acceptance and peace without running away from myself? Because and I'm stopping myself in these tracks because the past week I've had such bad anxiety about not working and being bored. The fear of being bored has been haunting me, and I've been thinking, what trips can I go on? Okay, I'm gonna reach out to like literally everyone I know. When are they available? I'm looking at the calendar on my phone going, I'm alone that day, need to fill that up. Like genuinely, how can I fill my time so I'm not alone? Because loneliness equals my existential crisis thoughts, and I'm going to spiral.
Yeah.
So I'm very much on that journey because I know I don't want that. I do not want that. I do not want to be someone who has to fill that void. I pride myself on being someone who will never just succumb to that and be the person who always has to have friends around or always needs to be doing something. I don't want that. That's not the identity that I want. I want to be able to be okay by myself. And that's a really hard thing to do.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, how do you do that?
But even hearing you verbalize and vocalize it is so powerful, right? Like even to have that as an aspiration is an unbelievable power, because it's a recognition of your true feelings.
Yeah.
Going back to what we were speaking about before, you're actually responding to and listening to how your body, mind, and heart feel. And so you're already making so much progress, because if you weren't listening, then you would be going against the advice that we should be allowed to cry and we should be allowed to do this. And so you're saying, well, I just need to take the next 3 months or however long it is off, because that's what I'm feeling I need. And even if you don't know yet what that looks like, you're still deeply responding to that need. And so I think there's a real power in that, because identifying it is one thing, then implementing it, which you are, is another thing.
Yeah.
And then, as you said, building your identity as this new identity is almost like step 3. I want to dive into that and how we do that with you and how you have found ways of doing it, because I'm guessing that you've had glimpses in these last 2 years where you have felt at peace with yourself, or you have had moments where you recognize the value of solitude over loneliness, or there are moments where you're starting to realize, you said it in your own words, I don't want to live based on the opinions of others, or for others. So there are glimpses of what this looks like, and you're piecing together the puzzle.